You don't need ID to vote in California.
You ought to have voter ID. You ought to insist on it. You ought to insist on it. Can you imagine? In California, they not only don't have voter ID, but if an official at the voting booths, which they don't have, by the way, because it's all mail, if an official, a voting official, even asks somebody for voter ID, sir, would like to see your identification. Do you come from our country? They put him in jail for tampering with the election. Okay? We got to straighten this out before it gets too crazy. California is more corrupt than any place. California is more corrupt than Minnesota. And I won Minnesota. They're very embarrassed when they say, we want voter ID, voter identification. The only reason somebody doesn't want that is because they want to cheat. Our elections are crooked as hell. And you can not only win elections over that, and not only win future elections, but you'll win every debate because the public is really angry about it. And you ought to pass the SAFE Act, or whatever you're going to call it. Are we going to SAVE Act or the Save America Act? I think we're going to change the name a little bit. You're going to put that up for a vote? I think everybody in this room certainly should do it. And it's a bad vote for them because they're voting against things like voter ID and other things that are almost equal to voter ID.
Trump is right. As a Californian, I can speak to this. You don't need ID to vote in California. That's the sad part. That's why we created the California Voter ID Initiative, is so that we can require IDs so you can vote. What do? Currently, right now in California, all you got to do is self-attest. That means you just say, I'm from here, here's my address, that's it. Nobody can ask you for a California ID or any type of ID just to see if you're from here, if you're a citizen, nothing. There's no photo ID required. You just pull up and just tell them your name and address. Do you think that's right? This is the reason why California is the way that it is. They do that because they get a lot of illegal immigrants here and they have them vote. That's the reason why they want immigrants here, because they have large numbers. Just go there and say a name and an address and they'll put you on, and then you'll be able to vote our way because we're taking care of you. We're protecting you. That's the reason why we have the California Voter Initiative, which has not gotten passed, but we have enough signatures to put that on the ballot. So it's going to be on the ballot now because we got over the 850,000 signatures required. Now we have that's going to be on the ballot so we can actually vote to have that in place. Once we have the voter ID in place, California will be a red state for a very, 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 very long time.